Not all mechanical keyboards are made equal, and today we're taking a look at the Keychron K1 wireless to see what happens when a bunch of keyboard enthusiasts come together to make magic happen. Now the Keychron K1 is a low profile, or as they like to call it, an ultra thin mechanical keyboard that measures at only 18mm high and comes with the option of non-hot swappable Gate-O-Run red, blue or brown switches depending on the sound and the feel that you are looking for. The K1 comes with an 87 or 104 key option, so if you don't want that numpad you can always go for the 87 key, but if you want something even smaller you can go for a K2, which is an 84 key, or the K12, which is a 64 key. Now the keyboard itself works in both wired and wireless modes and supports Windows, Android, iOS and Mac, since it connects via Bluetooth and not via a Wi-Fi dongle. Now what this means for the average desktop user is that you may need to actually go out and buy a Bluetooth dongle, since most motherboards may not actually support Bluetooth connectivity, which makes it a little harder to use, especially in wireless modes for normal desktops. Now the battery in this is a 2000 mAh battery, which takes around 3 hours to charge and should last you around 35 hours with the backlight on. The Bluetooth range for this keyboard is 10 meters, and it works and charges with the USB-C cable that is included in the box. Now when it comes to the design of the K1, it definitely looks like a keyboard enthusiast keyboard, and it doesn't scream gaming to me, which is always a good thing, as it makes the product more versatile to use and it caters to a whole bunch more people other than just the gamers. Now the keyboard itself definitely is low profile, and compared to my current keyboards that I'm using, it is a lot thinner than the Marvo that I use, and it's also a little thinner than the Red Dragon that I use, which is also a low profile keyboard. Now personally for me, I am a big fan of the orange accent keys, but if you don't like the orange accent keys, you can always replace them with gray keys that are also included in the box, so you don't have to go out and buy those if you don't like the orange keys. Also included in the box are Mac keys, so if you're planning on using this on a Mac or an iOS device, you can easily just replace the Windows keys for the Mac keys that are also included in the box. Looks aside, when it comes to the actual use, the K1 absolutely blew me away. When typing, the low profile really removes a lot of wrist strain, as you are able to actually rest your wrist comfortably on the table without the use of a wrist rest, and the keys themselves are also thin and really comfortable to use. Compared to both my current keyboards that I'm using, the K1 feels a little bit more premium than both of them, even though it feels only slightly different to that of the Red Dragon, with the Red Dragon also being low profile, and the keys themselves also feel really good on the Red Dragon itself, but the K1 was still a little bit better for me, even though it was very close. When using the K1 in games, the keys felt really responsive and there was no noticeable input lag even when using it in Bluetooth mode. The low profile also helped reduce a lot of wrist strain once again, making it easy to game for much longer without having to actually rest your wrist. As far as using this keyboard on an iOS or Android device, it is really simple to connect. All you do is open your Bluetooth settings on your device, and then you hold the FN key plus either 1, 2 or 3 for 4 seconds, and it should show up in your Bluetooth menu. Now if you click on it, you will be connected and you can start typing straight away. Now another cool thing is that the K1 actually allows for up to 3 Bluetooth connections that you can switch between without having to turn those devices on or off, making it really easy to switch between multiple devices really easily. And if you use a lot of devices at the same time and you need to switch between them consistently, it is better to have this keyboard than to buy 2 or 3 different keyboards or having to actually switch off all of those devices to switch between them. And I also love the little indicator lights at the top right, which show you actually in which mode you are, either for Windows, Android, or iOS, Mac, as well as the little battery indicator on the left, as well as the Bluetooth indicator to show whether or not you are connected via Bluetooth or not. Now onto the cable. The cable that is included with this unit is a braided USB Type-C cable that actually plugs in at the top to charge, and if you want to use it in wired modes. But just bear in mind that some Keychron keyboards actually plug in on the side, but if it plugs in on the side, you actually get a right angle USB Type-C cable, which makes it a little easier and a little bit more ergonomic to connect. So just bear that in mind, that if you don't like the cable coming from the side, just make sure to look at where the actual cable is before you buy a Keychron keyboard. As far as the cable length goes, the cable that is included with the K1 is around 1.6 meters, which should be long enough to connect to most PCs, unless you actually have your PC pretty far away. And lastly is, should you actually go and spend your hard-earned dollar or rand on this keyboard? And for me, the answer is absolutely yes. I've absolutely fallen in love with the keyboard, from how it looks to all the features and how it feels when you actually type and use it in-game. And for those reasons alone, I can definitely say yes, you should definitely go out and buy one. Now, when it comes to price, these keyboards are actually not that expensive compared to other mechanical keyboards. Yes, it may be more expensive than some, but it's still a lot cheaper than some other mechanical keyboards that you do get, even though some of those are way more premium than this one. These do feel really premium, especially for its price range. So if you're looking for a solid mechanical keyboard that is future-proof in terms of how and to what you're actually connecting it to, look no further than the K1 or any of the others that I've actually linked down below. If you're looking for different sizes or different looks, I have left links to a bunch of those down below. And if you use any of the actual links down there to actually buy any of these keyboards, you do support the channel. And if you use them, I really do appreciate that. And thank you very much. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I do love to get to those as well. And until next time, cheers.